Hey y'all, still catching up on my love and hip hop. So slowly but surely I'll be uploading reviews here and there. This little piece of hair driving me crazy. Might have to cut it. I don't know. This hair is annoying me. I need to cut it. I know that's kind of like off, but that was like random, popped up in my head. But yeah. So, this is season 3, episode 6. So, let's get into it. So, it starts off with Masika and Max. And Masika meets up with Max. And she wants to get back to work because she's been a mom. She's in mommy mode. Which is, Masika is better than me because it damn sure took me like a good 2 years. 2 years to get back into, having a social life and, working. But then again, Masika got money, so she could do that, I guess. But she wants to get, to work. And, Max reveals that he's just been in the studio, laying down tracks, keeping busy. He hasn't been home yet. So, Masika's like, she wants to work while the baby is young so that she can, figure out work-life balance, get back to the things that make her happy. She doesn't want to lose herself, which awesome, because that's what most new mommies, it is so easy being a mother, period. It's so easy to lose yourself in being a mother. You forget who you are as an individual. You don't remember what it's like to do stuff before having a baby. So I applaud Masika. So Masika starts to ask Max, ooh, try saying that 5 times. She asked Max about Brandy, and she's like, I heard about your wife and how she busts up in sessions, and Max is like, don't worry about that, I'll handle that or whatever. And she even said that it was a situation that Masika and Brandy's friend had, I think, text messages, like some type of exchange or whatever, where the producer Masika worked with, I guess that was associated with Max, tried to get with her, but she turned him down and whatever. So, Masika's like, I'm not trying to get with Max. I just want this hit. This is all business for me, nothing personal. So, excuse me. Now we get to Princess and Diane Valentine, who's her wedding planner. And, they start talking about Ray J's family. And Princess is like, I see his family, and I see how close they are, and I see how his family and my family is complete opposites, and it just scares me. So, Diane Valentine starts to go into details of a wedding, cake, dresses, location, flowers, music, decorations, all of these things go into wedding planning. So Princess is like overwhelmed, like, whoa, like, why am I doing this by myself? Ray J should be here. So Diane is like, listen, let's start small with the cake tasting and then just take it from there. So they agree to do that instead. And she's like, I hope Ray J can make it. So now we get to Safari, Ray J, A1, and Willie, and they're working out. And I swear, this scene was hilarious. Because I'm looking at them work out, and I'm like, okay. All right, Safari. Little chisel chest. All right, Willie. Chisel chest. And then you look at Ray J, and Ray J got a beer gut. And he looked like he was struggling a little bit. I still love Ray J. Ray J's still fine. He just get on my nerves. So, they're working out, and Ray J saying he's stressed about the wedding, and A1 is like, yo, that's why you should just cut the middleman out and go get married, just elope. And Ray J is like, oh, y'all did it, congratulations. So, they're discussing the wedding issues, and Willie's just sitting there thinking like, man, I wish I had y'all issues as opposed to the issues I have with, Shonda wanting to take a step back from her marriage or whatever. So Safari talks about the paparazzi catching him and Nikki on a date. And he's like, the paparazzi caught us on a date, snapped a picture, and now it's trending all over the place that we're dating. So, I think Ray J says something about how Rosa and Nikki have been close, and it's been rumored that they've been dating, and how he was like, the store that Rosa owns, Kosamia, Nikki was there and people seen them getting close or whatever. And he's like, well, when I asked her, she said there's nothing going on or whatever. So he's like, I feel like this is Ray J giving Safari advice. He's like, well, if the rumors are true that Nikki and Rosa are together, then you need to tell them. You should tell her, I want it all. I want what you have. Let's, make this a threesome thing. And I'm like, Ray J, you giving this boy the worst advice right now, because it's about to be a fail. So he's like, I want it all. Getting Safari hype, and Safari stupid behind just, fell for all of it. So we get to Nikki and Rosa, and Nikki is like, Safari is kind of getting on her nerves with the questions that he's asking, so she's been hanging out with Rosa more, spending time with her, and she feels good about it. She doesn't feel no way about it. So then Jason Lee arrives, messy queen. He arrives, and Nikki is kind of mad at him because he posted the pic of her and Safari online. And, naturally, Rosa sees it. Rosa sees it, and she's going to ask questions or whatever. So she said that, I think they said the caption was shady or something like that. Like, I forgot what they said the caption was, but I do remember her saying the caption was shady. But Rosa is like, listen, I trust Nikki. She would never lie to me, and I don't believe that she would start now. So if she was involved with Safari, I believe she would tell me. I trust her. And then she said that she's thinking that Safari is an opportunist. Like, he just gets with women just for fame or whatever. So she's like questioning his motives or whatever. So, excuse me, Nikki knows that deep down she has to make a decision and stop leading these two people on. So now we get to Ray J, and he's doing the Scooty bike photo shoot, and Princess comes, and she's just overwhelmed with the wedding planning. So as she's talking to Ray J about everything she has to do, Ray J is like, babe, let me know something. Let me know if you like this one better. And it's a recording of him saying Scooty Bikes by Ray Tronics. And I'm like, my dude, y'all are supposed to be talking about this wedding, and you want to talk about these damn Scooty Bikes, which I think that is the dumbest name ever, but whatever. So Princess breaks down, and she's like, listen, I'm overwhelmed. I need your help. I need for you to be present. I need for you to be there. This is our wedding. It's going to be a special day, and I need you involved. So I just want to be a priority. I just want you to make me a priority. So Ray is like, I didn't mean to be selfish. I didn't mean to be inconsiderate. I'm sorry. I love you or whatever. So he's like, listen, why don't we do the photo shoot together just for fun or whatever? So that as they walking away, he played that damn recording again. He played it twice. One where it was like his regular voice, and another one where it was like his voice was deeper or something like that. So they went and they did the photo shoot together. I'm like, Ray J is a hot mess. So now we get to Brandy, and she's saying how Jaleh, the business is booming, and she can't wait to pay Max the money back that she owes him. So she has an up-and-coming artist named Brianna Dene, who she styled or whatever, and the fact that, Brianna Dene has some buzz, and she's getting styled by Jaleh, that'll give her, some more customers or whatever. So Brandy is excited for her business, but her home life is crumbling. It is what it is, because she lied. So now we get to Nikki, Nia, and Tierra, and Nikki's doing a club appearance. So she's meeting Rosa. Rosa is there, and Nikki is like, well, I'm going to go change. I'll be in the back or whatever. So as she in the back changing, Safari arrives, and Tierra and Nia see him, and they like, So he's like, where's Nikki? And they're like, I don't know where Nikki is. Knowing damn well they know where Nikki is. So he's like, all right, never mind. I'll find her. He goes in the back, catches Nikki and Rosa kissing, and then he automatically feels betrayed. And he's like, listen, when I asked you if you were with somebody, you told me no, blah, 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 blah. So Rosa and Safari going back and forth, and Rosa is looking at him like, what are you here for? So Nikki is like, listen, neither one of you have to explain nothing to each other. I'm the one that lied. I have been seeing the both of you, It is what it is. So Safari is like, well, listen, I want what you have. I want the both of y'all. So Rosa is like, nah, I will beat your ass. I do not want you. So they're sitting there trying to talk. Rosa is upset with Nikki, and she's like, why would you lie? Why didn't you tell me the truth? And Nikki is like, well, we were just hanging out. We never made it official, so, it shouldn't be a big deal or whatever. So Rosa is standing there, and she's like, my dude, I'm waiting for you to leave or whatever. So After Safari leaves, Rosa is warning Nikki, like, you know he's an opportunist. You know he only get with girls for their money or whatever. And, you know, Nikki is like, you think I wanted you to find out this way? I wanted to wait for the right time. So Rosa is like, well, this is what happens when you wait. Regardless, you still hurt someone. And then she left. So now we get to Willie and Shonda. And Willie says that he doesn't want to lose his family. Shonda wants the truth. And he did say that he did mess around with Kaisha once. And, you know, Shonda feels like he's not trustworthy. So, you know, she's like, listen, I know you want to get back together and you want to make it work, but I need time for me. I need time to think. So I need to step back because I feel like I need to earn your trust and I need for you to learn how to respect me again. So I need to step back. I need to do me for right now. Which is understandable because Willie was stupid in doing what he did with that girl. If he really did it, I don't know. So now we get to Princess and Diane and they're cake tasting. And Princess, I think, is calling Ray J, and he's not answering his phone because he's busy with the Scooty bike thing. So Princess feels disrespected. You know, she feels like Ray J lied to her about making her a priority, and she's over it. So Diane brings up the fact that, you know, about family, and Princess is like, I want my dad to walk me down the aisle. So Diane is like, that's every girl's dream. She's like, yeah, but my relationship with my dad is not that great. And she's like, listen, I encourage you to make that relationship better because it determines it has a big effect on your relationship with Ray J. So she starts crying. You know, Diane's like, no, I didn't mean to make you cry. And she's like, no, I'm crying because it's the truth. So she basically feels abandoned by two of the most important men in her life. And when I tell y'all, I could relate to Princess in so many ways as it pertains to this subject. Every girl wants their dad in their life. Their dad is the first example of, you know, he's the reflection of the guy that she's going to date in the future. So I've seen it in my life, the type of guys I attracted when I was younger. And the type of guys I attracted were just like my father. So I understand where Diane is coming from telling Princess that, and I understand how Princess could feel abandoned and all of that. But the one good thing I can say about Ray J is that Ray J is family oriented. Both of his parents have been married forever, so I don't see Ray J as the type to abandon Princess. I just feel like right now Ray J is not being all in with the wedding planning. So she's calling Ray, still not answering. So she's getting upset. So now we get to Masika and Max, and they're doing a studio session. And what I can't understand is, like, people need to leave the auto-tune alone. Like, leave the auto-tune alone. And from what I see, every song that Masika has done has a little hint of her auto-tune in it. That song Hello Hollywood that she did got auto-tune in it. When she did that song with Young Berg first season, it sounded like it had auto-tune in it too. And then the song she did with Fetty Wap, Andale, it sounded like it had auto-tune. Like, just leave the auto-tune alone, people. If you gotta use auto-tune, then you don't need to be in a studio. You don't need to be singing nothing if you gotta use auto-tune. Just an FYI. Except if you're T-Pain. T-Pain made auto-tune popular. Okay. But it's like everybody uses auto-tune. Rappers. I don't understand why rappers need auto-tune. You're rapping. You're not even singing. So Masika is saying, I mean, I love Masika. I do love you, but I'm just saying. Masika is, you know, saying that she wants to express how she felt through music, how she kept a journal or whatever. She writes stuff down and all of that. So Brandy arrives to surprise Max, and, you know, to her surprise, Max is in the studio with Masika, knowing that she doesn't like Masika. So, you know, Brandy is like, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here, you know, because I'm miscombobulated. And I'm like, bitch, what? It's discombobulated. Your brain is miscombobulated. And then she gonna say, when did you started working with her again? I'm like, oh my God, this girl is just illiterate as I don't know what. When did you start? And then if you watch the Check Yourself with Masika and Moniece doing commentary on this scene, I died. I watched it twice. It was so funny. I'm like, when did you start? Okay, Brandy. So Brandy's side of the story is that Masika tried to sleep with her best friend's husband, aka the other producer, and Masika is like, no, boo, I have text messages and I have proof. He tried to get with me. I wouldn't give him the time of day, so he made up lies trying to say that I tried to sleep with him when I never did. So Brandy is like, listen, if I say there's no session, there will be no session. She's like, that's not true. So Max is sitting there and he's like, yo, B, like, you bugging out, you acting crazy. So Brandy says something about you will never be Beyonce or something like that. And then, Masika is like, okay, like, who, like, Beyonce. And Brandy is like, yeah, B been my ace boon coon since day one. So Masika says in her confessionals, oh, B, well, then why are we arguing? Send them digits over here. Come, what up, B? Hey, B. And I'm like, yo, Masika is hilarious. So they're arguing back and forth, and Masika leaves, and she's like, F this, I'm out. So, Brandy feels like Max doesn't have her back, and Max is like, well, look at how you came up in the session. Like, you do this all the time. You know how much money I had to spend for this session? And she's like, well, speaking of money, I have $15,000 of the $27,000 that I took. So she's sitting up there counting it, And Max is like, I don't care, because it was never about the money. It was about, you being dishonest and me not being able to trust you. So he's like, you could keep that $15,000. I don't care. So he walks away and he's like, I'm just over it. And it basically ended there. I'm like, Brandy, you should take that L, sit down, and reevaluate your life. And he didn't have your back because you were as wrong as two left feet. Every time a session go on, you feel a need to come in and be stupid and embarrassing. Just stop. But that's where it ended. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.